All right, everybody. I think we can see what's on the board now. All right, well, when we read this problem, I color-coded everything. I'll try to find the right colors that I use when I write this stuff down. This is this isn't a physics problem. It's very weird because physics problem aren't going to have, there's people and snacks, and it's going to have, meters and seconds and all that. But this is a good simulation because it starts with something that we'll see a lot. It says, Jamila had just sat down. That's the first piece of information we got. If she just sat down, she's not moving, which means her speed is 0. Velocity is like speed. We'll talk about the difference between them later. So if she just sat down, her velocity, we'll say, is 0. And that 0 meters per second, I guess. That's fine. She was at a party with 40 people attending. If you read the key, and I didn't have room to write the key up here, but what I'm referring to as the key is where it says what all these letters are for. On the Google form and on that Word document, it says that V is for velocity. S is for if there were snacks or not. 1 for yes, 0 for no. Capital M is for, by the way, all our variables are case sensitive. There's a capital M. Lowercase m might be for something different. Capital M would be for how long ago she'd eaten a meal. HI would be the hour the party started. I for initial hour of the party. HF would be hour the party ended. F for final hour. Or not ended. In this case, it's not over, but it's 9:15 now. We're done at 8 and it's 9:15 now. And in your Google Doc on this one, it tells you to express it in decimal form, which we'll do when we get there. And P for how many people she knows at the party. This is supposed to be a formula for fun. That's what capital F is. So I guess I should write capital F for fun equals blank, because this is what we're solving for. Don't write a question mark here. Write a blank. We'll see why when we get to do that. Right, so I color-coded this with the red. See if I can keep this up and keep my colors straight. Oh, right, 40 people attending. That wasn't the thing. This is how many people she knows. So this is trying to trick us. It's extra. Sometimes there will be extra information. You got to be careful. There were snacks. That's supposed to say snacks. I mean, you can call it snacks. There were snacks. So 1 for snacks. 1 means there were snacks. 0 means there weren't snacks. So there we go. M. She had eaten a meal 1.5 hours ago. So 1.5. Oh, I messed up colors. That's blue. Why even is the blue? 1.5 hours. Hour the party started. Where we go? Hour had begun at 8. Which one is that? 8. And this one is where we have to express it as a decimal. And the example it gives in the Google form is 1:30 would be 1.5 because it's half after 1. 9:15, if it were 9:30, we'd say 9.5. This is 9:15. The hint that I give, if you try to enter this answer and it's not quite correct, is that 9:15 is a 9:15. I use the word quarter because it's 25 cents. A quarter is $0.25. So, of course, 9:15 will be 9.25. That way we can do math with it. Converting times like that into decimals is not something we'll do in physics, but we'll have to convert stuff. I just wanted to give an example that's halfway easy. She knew 1 person there. So that's another 1. And now we can plug all our stuff in here. So we're solving for fun. this done up here. Okay. V is 0. HF is 9.25. And HI is 8. And we'll do that stuff in a minute. This, we could subtract those, but these, if you subtract these, you would get a number. Can you see? If you multiply that number by 60, you would get another number. If you say 0 divided by whatever number that is, you will get 0. So we don't need to do any of this. Some of our formulas in physics actually will be like this, where the first part of it will be 0, and we can just forget about the whole first part. So that's just going to be 0. I will erase it right now. Just make it 0, because 0 divided by whatever number that was going to be would be 0. 0. S and M, when they're next to each other, that's unfortunate. When they're next to each other, that means to multiply. What's wrong with my hand? S is 1 in green, and M is 1.5 in blue. 1.5. I'm putting them in parentheses so that it still says they're supposed to be multiplied. Let's go ahead and put P is 1, and this other marker, 1. And HF minus HI, HF is 9.25, and HI is 8. Okay. Well, 1 times 1.5, 0 plus 1 times 1.5 is 1.5. 1.5 minus 1. Let's do this part first, and we'll do the parentheses here. 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5. Am I doing this right? What's happening? One point five minus 1 is 0.5. This is not what I got when I was doing it earlier, so maybe I'm too tired. 0 plus 0.5 is just 0.5, so all we have to do is this part now. I am messing this up. Is this supposed to be a plus? This is supposed to be a plus, I think. Oh man. Well, this is a good lesson in being careful when you're writing down your formulas and all that. This is supposed to be a plus, so messing it up. Okay. So we're going to start from here and do it right. 1.5 plus 1 is 2.5. Wow. 0 plus 2.5 is just 2.5. So now we just need to do that parentheses stuff. 9.25 minus 8 is 1.25. 8 plus 1.25 makes 9.25. So we're good. 1.25. That's still minus. Can't forget my minus or I'll get it wrong. 2.5 minus 1.25 is 1.25. And there we go. Now we have something that you can actually see the board with. We just won't be able to use the projector with the camera. That's fine though. Okay, I hope this helps. Have a good rest of your day. Hello.